Friends, today we are going to be making our very own Welland Owls. So if you didn't already know this, the owl is our school mascot. So I thought it would be perfect for us to make our very own versions of an owl because why not? Owls are awesome. Owls are wise, they're strong, and they're very, very intelligent creatures. So these are a great representation of our school. So all you'll need today are pretty much just a pencil to draw with and then some kind of coloring materials. So get some paper, a pencil to draw with, and whatever you want to use to color, and let's get started. All you're going to need for our owl drawings are pretty simple. You just need any paper really and something to draw with. I'm going to start using a pencil, and then I'm actually going to use watercolor to color in my owl. Now, if you don't have watercolor, that's totally fine. I just want you guys to give your owl color with whatever materials you really have around. There are some things that I might suggest before moving on to something like markers or crayons. I would maybe try using colored pencils first, or if you want, you could try using markers, maybe just a little bit, and you can even use a wet brush and using that to kind of blend and let the marker ink bleed a little bit so it gives kind of like a watercolor effect. But today I'm just going to be using watercolors on watercolor paper because I still have some thick watercolor paper around. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is you are going to want to have a pencil and a handy eraser around because we might be making some mistakes, and that's okay. If you get frustrated because your drawing doesn't look exactly like mine, I don't want you to be upset by that or anything. That just means that it's your own owl. It's not mine, it's yours. So be proud of your drawings and be proud of what you come up with. So first what we're going to do is we're going to start with 2 eyes. So I'm going to start kind of closer to the top. I'm going to make, oops, get my pencil ready. I'm going to make 2 eyes, kind of like circles. Because owls actually have really, really big eyes so that they can see at night. So animal eyes work a little different than our eyes at night. They actually, the way they receive light is they have these kind of like reflectors inside of their eyes that reflect whatever light there is out. So if any light is coming into their eyes, it reflects out to kind of illuminate what's dark outside, which is why owls who are nocturnal can see so well. So once you have your drawn eyes, go ahead and add a little circle inside of them, and it can be on either side or it can be on the same side to show a highlight. Okay, so this is all going to get colored in black and these little circles are going to stay white. After you've drawn your eyes, we're going to move on to the head shape. Okay, so actually before we move on to the head shape, we are going to make our beak. So to start, you're going to come down and you're going to make, in between your eyes, you're going to make one long vertical line. Okay, then you're going to come from the bottom, you're going to make kind of like parentheses, but the reverse. So parenthesis this way and a parenthesis this way. And then you're going to make smaller parentheses that come like this. Now they don't necessarily touch, and that's okay. I'm actually going to kind of want to bring this down a little bit. After you've done that, we're going to move on to the head shape. So I'm going to make a line that comes like this, and then I'm going to make a curved line that goes kind of like frames the face. A curved line that frames the face this way. I'll erase this a little bit so that it's kind of even. So now we kind of have our owl's face shape. Now what we're going to do is we're going to give our owl a bigger head. So you're going to draw kind of like a big upside down U. This is going to go all the way to the top of the page. And then we're gonna do a regular U that doesn't quite touch. After you've done that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start adding little lines to show feathers. So inside of our owl here, we're gonna do little U's. Kind of like a necklace to start. And then you're gonna fill in with just rows and rows of these little U's or V's, whichever you think, whichever letter you feel it looks more similar to. I think mine go back and forth. Right now they kind of look like V's, but sometimes they look like U's. But you're just gonna kind of make rows and rows of U's or V's to fill in this U shape, which is kind of like its chest. We're just drawing this little pattern to show feathers. You can add like some little ones off to the side if you want to make it, break it up a little bit, or you could kind of fill some in some empty spaces if you want to make it a little irregular. Totally up to you. I'm just gonna draw some extras in there. Now I think I'm ready to move on. So after we've drawn all our little feathers, we're gonna move on to the body. So here we're gonna draw kind of like almost a straight line that's got just a little curve to it. Comes in like this. Then we're gonna come up here and draw kind of like a curved line as well that's just slightly curved. Now at the bottom, we're gonna start drawing their talons or their feet. So they're birds of prey, which means they prey on other small animals for food, so they have talons. Their feet are a little different than regular birds' feet. They're more similar to claws. So we're gonna make a curved line like this, and then we're gonna make kind of like an upside down V, and another curved line. So it's gonna be 1 foot, and we're gonna draw 2 curved lines here, and 2 curved lines this way. Now we're ready to close those feet. So we're gonna show that our bird has talons. I'm gonna close this a little more. Draw a line, curve, almost like a little smile line. And then we're gonna draw a little V underneath. Now we have our talons going. Our owl is actually going to be perched on a branch, so that's why we drew their talons kind of curved. So here what we're going to do is we're going to draw a little line like this. It comes up like that. So we have our branch that our owl's sitting on. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some tail feathers. So underneath, almost to the bottom of the page, we're gonna draw kind of like an upside, or a V, I think would be better. And then we're gonna draw another V that's gonna hide behind the first one we drew. And here what you're gonna do is you're just gonna add a couple more lines just to show feathers. So draw maybe like some, they almost look like, they're like backwards check marks is kind of what they look like inside of those tail feathers. And then now we are almost done. We just need to add a couple more lines to show some more feathers. So I put these kind of like smile lines in there. And then finally what you can do is you can add some leaves. So maybe you have like a couple of leaves right here. Kind of hide off the page a little bit. You could even have another branch that comes over like this with some leaves hanging off of it. Because owls are always up in trees overseeing everything. So That's why they're so wise. Owls are very, very wise. That's a character trait that's always associated with owls. And you can draw any kind of leaves you want. The shape I make, they're kind of just like a parenthesis, so kind of like a curved line with a point, and it just kind of stays a little wider at the bottom. But now what I'm ready to do is I'm ready to start painting my owl. So first what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to outline all this with a permanent marker, just because I like the way it looks with a permanent marker to make my lines show a little more. If you don't have a permanent marker at home, don't worry about this, but once you kind of have the way you like your owl, I would suggest using some kind of permanent marker to make it permanent. So I finished going over all of my pencil lines. You can tell these eyes look so much better now that they're filled in black than they did before. And I'm pretty happy with how my owl turned out. So I'm ready to start working on my coloring. And again, you don't necessarily have to use watercolors like what I'm using. If you want to use something else, that's totally fine. I'm just going to be sticking to kind of some neutral colors, like browns, light brown, maybe some tan and some gray, and then I'm gonna make my leaves green and my branch brown. So I'm gonna go ahead and color mine, and then I should be finished. Alright, so I just finished painting my owl. What I used, I'll tell you a little bit, was I used a couple different colors. I'll open up my paint palette just to give you guys some ideas when you're painting. So I stuck with like brown and kind of like some tan. If you want to use like orange or yellow, those are really good colors to use as well. But I started out, I just used like a watered down light tan all over around the head, in the body and on the tail feathers, and then I made some spots darker using some brown. Here I went over with like a watered down light gray. You could always use a lot of water in a black if you wanted to do that on the face. And then I used kind of like a dark brown orange for the beak and the feet. And then I left like kind of some spot in the center white. I didn't really put a lot of watercolor there just because I wanted it to stay white. And then obviously I painted this brown with the branches brown with some green leaves, and I used a little bit of black for the background, and you can see I have some white spots, but that doesn't really bother me. It kind of looks like a painting still, and I don't really mind the open white spots, so don't feel like you have to cover every single white spot when you're doing this. But anyway, get creative with this. I can't wait to see what you all come up with. Use whatever coloring materials you have available. I can't wait to see your Welland owls. I think this will look really cool once we're all done with them. If you take pictures of your artwork, please, please, please have your parents send them to me. I'm still putting together a Welland art show, so make sure you send your stuff to me before the end of the month so that we can have our big virtual art show coming up soon. Stay safe, friends, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!